Hi guys, my name is Meads, and this is going to be an Android review for Chariot with Tank Mary set. This is from the TV animation of Block Rock Shooter. Now, first off, I hardly do Android reviews, mainly because my focus is on Figmas. Don't get me wrong, I really like Androids. I'm a big, well, that's how I started my channel. I like Super Deform. Got into Super Deform Gundams, and now the D-Style. With the old Super Robot ones, which is really great. But just that when I started out all this Good Smile Company figures, I really like Figmas, and I had to make a decision because if I start collecting Figmas and start also Nandroid, I'm gonna have two of the same character, just in different version, and that's gonna get a little crazy. So I just decided myself that I will just pick a select few Nandroids. Right on my collection, I think I only have 3. I did get the Mirai Smiga Nandroid. I really like her character. Oh, on top of orange, my favorite color. And I also got the Block Rock Shooter, which is right here, the TV animation version, which I will post right next to her. And mainly one of the reasons why I got the Chariot. On top of that, I got this one because at that time, when the pre-order comes up for her, there weren't no news for the Chariot Figma, but we later heard that they are going to make one, which is a really great news. Now the next question is, are they gonna make the EX-Ride Tank Mary, which will be awesome, might be quite expensive, but I'm hoping it's not exclusive. And I think a lot of fans out there, if they're gonna get Chariot, they're gonna have the Tank Mary, like an Android version here. But it's one of those that they might not make it, and it was just nice to have a representation of the tank. It's it's part of Chariot, especially pretty much in the OVA or TV animation. I would still think it's kind of like the OVA. It's got 6 episodes, really nicely drawn, or nicely generated. I don't know if they still, well, animation these days is a little different. Anyways, getting back to this, here we go. And actually, sorry, another thing, if you haven't watched Block Rock Shooter, I highly recommend it, but make sure you watch the OVA first before you watch the TV series. And if you're someone who just likes action, this is one of those that it's kind of dry in certain parts, and it gets too deep and emotional. I'm not too sure how to recommend it, but basically, from what I understand, I still puzzled by this. Is the real life counterpart for her Chariot is Kagari. They are probably the school drama. You get fueled by emotion, and that kind of fuels the alternate world where Block Rock Shooter, Chariot, and Denmaster and everyone else, and it fuels them to, I guess, fight each other. And you get to the point that this might be a spoiler, but if one of them pretty much gets beaten up or dies, the real world will just they become indifferent. They kind of lose, I don't know, they're just indifferent. Like, they don't have any more emotion for some weird reason. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyways, getting back to this after 4 minutes. So this is a really nice box. As you can see, you have Mary there, you got Chariot. Real nice photos. And getting back here, can I give you more poses? And as you can see, she does the iconic macaroons. Awesome. Kind of wants me want to get some macaroons now. And yeah, really nice. And then here's the top of the box. Really great. I really like this. And it's kind of nice that they didn't go for gold or yellow. They kind of choose this kind of like green pastel, which I think is a lot better. It's a good choice. And as always, make sure you get that sticker. Make sure you get legit Nandroids. And I got mine from AmiYami. So again, just get it from a reputable source. And why don't we open her up? Alright, and first off the bat, you're going to be taking out a lot of this plastic, which is great. It protects the plastic, not the plastic, the paint from her sleeves, her neck, her hair, and all of that. And this is just amazing with this really giant spider chariot. And this is actually very articulated, which I will go in a bit. And why don't we start with the chariot here? Alright, then we're just gonna look at the crown first. Really nice. This is kind of like matte black. And there is a peg on the back, which just pegs here. And there's a small lick of hair that you have to attach. And she doesn't have any. Well, let me try. So the first thing, when you're putting the stand, make sure you just remove the head. I mean, that'll make it a lot easier. You got more room. But I don't think this gives her enough for the stand. So you do need a stand. So let's just put that back. The hands she already attached with is this one right here. Just straight with the hands right there. Get the articulation on the wrist. A bit of on the waist. Let's see, right here. And it's on that joint. You get this skirt. Let's put it back there. Then you have this waist joint. So actually there's a swivel right here. Let me take that out. And you can move forward. Oops, keep popping that off. And back. So there's a little bit of a joint there on the waist. On top of that, there is a ball connected on the. Oops, something just fell. And there's a ball joint on the knee. Gives you this. Sorry for the. I kind of turned down the brightness because of her hair. Kind of offshoots my white balance. But you do have a ball joint there, which you have to connect the first time. Since her body is wrapped on plastic and the legs are separate, which is great because you don't want to have that attached already. You might get loose or paint might get stuck. Nonetheless, really great. I really like this heels. Oh, there it goes. So there is a ball joint right there, and I'm hoping this stays in. It does pop off, but it does stay in place. So far no issues right there, but really nice, kind of like she's on the roller blades, and got that really nice expression in her. Well, the indifferent, like no emotion. And yeah, so other than this, there is other face that comes with. It's kind of crazy how they have the big face here and that you swap out. So this one, she kind of looks down on, well, pretty much on, what's her name again? Mato, there we go. Her Black Rock Shooter. Take that out. Take the face out. A lot of hollow parts, which is great because else it's gonna be really heavy. Put this on. So it's kind of weird putting it the first time. It's kind of stiff. And there we go. And why don't we check out the other hands and arms accessory? Alright, so we get a couple of things here. So first off, you get this extra pair of arms. And this is actually, yep, just another straight arm here. And I do have the kind of ball jointed. This is for the shield if you grab one of the wheels on Mary. And you can do it from either left or right. Next part is you get the slightly angled arm, which has a hand for holding the macaroons. Again, you can swap with any other hand if you want to use this one. Otherwise, you have the same for the other one here, but I think this is going to be for holding, you know, a bunch of the macaroons. I really want some macaroons right now. It's making me hungry. And I think it's gonna be like this, as you can see there. You get another one here, and basically you get pairs, which is great, either left and right, but not so much for the arms. This one is for, it's like a closed fist, but it's for holding the sword right here. And there we go. And why don't we try that? So first off, actually before I do that, why don't we do a review on Mary first, then that way I can remove the shield afterwards. Alright, Mary, really great looking. As you can see, there's a lot of articulation here. So why don't we look at the face first, and let me focus on that. Alright, I'm not sure if it's gonna show well, but she does have two yellow eyes, like beady eyes right there. And her mouth is stitched up, as you can see right there. And it does come with the, where's that other one? Right here. We get a big jaw. And to swap it out, it's quite easy. Just take that one and this bottom part, kind of like her Nendoroid face, and put this on, and plug this back in, and there you go. Kind of menacing. Got the big teeth right there. Articulation. This is really great. I'm really impressed by this. So you got a articulation right on the base. And I think there's like Figma joints. It's a little different. Then you get another joint right here. And I don't think there's any joint here. So 1, 2. But that kind of gives you a lot of articulation. It's actually not too bad. If you're doing stop animation, this is actually pretty good. You can have him like dashing forward. Really nice. It's really amazing. Then you get articulation here, right on connection, and there's a base, right in the base of her body. There's a ball joint right there. And what else? Other than that, I think everywhere else is fixed. Although it kind of looks like it has some joints there, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, the wheels can turn a little bit. Alright, then they fell off. And let's see, why don't we have Chariot ride this? I think before you can do so, you have to swap out her skirt. And just quickly check the instruction. Right here. So the instruction says I have to swap out the white part for her to sit down. Oh, actually, I'm gonna remove the chair. Okay. Alright, let me try that. Alright, so let's see if I can do this one. So first off, take out the lower part, take the skirt off, and I'm gonna replace it with this one, which has kind of like tabs. Put this back on. Am I putting it on? And I put this back there. The knee joint's starting to pop up more often. And you can take off the seat right here, and I think it's telling me to put it on somehow. I don't know how. Okay, it's probably that part right there. Alright, there we go. She's sitting down, and not sure why. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, I think I'll just keep her arms for now. Just thinking of changing with the one with the macaroons, but nope. The next part is putting her in there. So I think the best is remove her head, her big head. Oops. There goes that. Why is she getting too loose now? You get a really nice pop when you put it on the first time, but after a while I guess it gets loose. And putting this on there. Huh. Right. I think you need to move the legs front a little bit. There we go. Alright. I think we're making progress. Okay, there we go. And oh. Her hand is already grabbing that side. And there we go. Oops. Nope. Come on, work with me. Okay. Put this back. This is gonna be an issue, doesn't it? I'm doing something wrong here, am I? This thing is just popping off. It's not supposed to. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And here we go. Am I missing something? Oh yes, a couple of things. Alright, put this back on again. And the head. There we go. And crown. Which... oh. Where's that peg? There we go. Alright, I think I got it. Let's set her down. There we go. Move the legs apart. And we're in business. Alright. And there she goes. Really nice. I really like that. Yeah, it's amazing. Really cool gimmick that they have. Alright, so next part is pretty much putting the shield and sword. So why don't we, again, take this out. It's just manageable without a big bulk there. Take this out. And we're gonna have this one with the sword, so I'm just gonna... actually, I like this one more with a bent arm, so I'm just gonna take that out, swap it out. Again, really big fan of straight pegs, just a lot easier to work with. I mean, yeah, you're losing the wrist articulation, but it's just more manageable without it. I mean, without the ball system. Actually, I don't know if that's a good one to put. It's kind of too close to the body. Okay, take that out. Let's just put this back in again. And swap the hands. There we go. And for the other part, we're just gonna take up the whole hand here, or arm there, and use this one. Like so. And grab one of the shields here, or the wheel. So just take that out. Right there. That's why you need that ball right there. Alright, and you can move it around. It looks amazing. And let's put the head back on. And the shield is on the way. And there you go. Really nice. And let me put on the stand and see how that works out. Alright. And she looks really amazing. Really cool. I really like that. The use of the wheel as the shield. And that cool looking sword. And I really wish the Figma version will have this setup. You know, at least have the sword. And I'm starting to think that if they don't have the EX Ride, they will just provide one wheel as the shield. I'm only speculating here. But it'd be cool if they add the EX Ride. And that would just be amazing. So this is a really nice Nendoroid. You get all the gimmicks the Chariot has, and a little bit more. And I'm not probably not gonna have the, well, why not? Might as well put the macaroons on. And there we go, right next to Black Rock Shooter, where she's gonna throw all the macaroons at her. And these two look really nice right next to each other. I'm really happy I got both of them. There we go. And that pretty much wraps up the review for the Nendoroid Chariot and Mary the Tank. A really great Nendoroid set. Highly recommend getting it. They're still available. I'm not sure if they are. But yeah, really great. Highly recommend it. And that's pretty much it for the review. Again, if you have any questions, suggestions, or any comments, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer that for you. So until then, this is Meats. Thank you for watching. Alright, I didn't realize this, but on the pretty much the waist or the torso joint, there is a smiling face right there. And you do get an extra one. That's really nice. Good small company. Good one.